All right, you get in the fucking car in the asshole mobile, you fucking prick.
Climbing in, you fuck.
Nice. You know how long I've been fucking idling over here? Gas is expensive, and this shit is from 1979 for crying out loud.
What, are you afraid to shut it off?
The fuck does that mean, afraid to show? You turn your car off.
You turn your car off?
Dude, I could fucking idle this shit for 2 hours if I fucking wanted to.
There you go.
The fuck? Bro, what's going on?
Mother Nature can take another one.
Yeah, like it fucking matters. We're just gonna blow up the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, and then we're gonna fucking cry about my fucking idling over here. Get the fuck out of here. We're gonna fucking destroy. We're gonna derail trains and fucking poison the whole fucking North America, and you're gonna worry about me idling for 15 fucking seconds over here. Fuck you.
No
you
shit.
know what I'm saying?
No shit.
Yeah,
that's right. Let's get this. This party is started, bitch.
You know what I wanted to talk about? Check this out. You know what really itches?
What's an asshole want to talk about today?
You know what really fucking itches my ass?
What itches your ass?
You know how like you got to go to the fucking supermarket or whatever the fuck it is that you got over there that you go call a supermarket like you got like super. You guys got like mega super ultra markets over there. I don't know what the fuck that is, right? You guys go like Costco's and shit like that. I just go to the fucking asshole that's been here for 40 years who fucking has meat on the side, but. I bet you both of us, right? Because the meat's always on the side of the building in the back.
Meat.
Because that's where it stinks. Like when I don't know if you notice, like when you go to the supermarket where the fucking trucks roll in, that's where all the dead meat is, and it smells like the dead bodies. If you wanted to kill somebody and drop off dead bodies, that's the best place to do it because it smells like dead bodies already over there, you know?
Yeah.
But like, if you go through the fucking cereal aisle, right? Holy shit. What the fuck is going on in that cereal aisle? You know, we had it good when we were kids, but
we did.
If I would have known that I could have waited for this shit, do you believe the shit that they got now?
I know.
Holy shit. Like
there's 10 varieties of just one type of cereal. We grew up, we had Cheerios and Honey Nut Cheerios, and that was it. And now there's like 10 kinds of Cheerios.
Yeah, and you're just talking about the healthy shit that I didn't touch. Holy shit, Cheerios. I never had Cheerios until I was 37 years old.
Remember when Kix was for kids and there was one kind of Kix?
Yeah.
And Kix tasted like Kix and it was like, oh, this is healthy, even though it's not. Eating it.
Dude,
now there's like 20 kinds of Kix.
I'm glad you brought up Kix because I forgot about that one. When I first heard of Kix... before I even put Kix in my mouth, I had been eating so much shit.
Yeah.
And spoiled. Right? Like you might as well just
shit.
Yeah, you might as well just take like a fucking chocolate sundae and put it in a bowl and pour milk and say, here's breakfast, Johnny, you know?
And a spoonful of sugar on top.
Yeah, it's fortified, so it's good for you.
Right.
You're going to put vitamins on top of your ice cream sundae.
Fucking charms.
Hope you had breakfast.
So you go to school all wired up like a meth addict.
Right. Meanwhile, Kix comes out, and I'm like, I never heard of this. What fucking country is this from? What is this, from Canada? Right. What the fuck is Kix? And they're like trying to sell you on that shit. Mother approved and all this. Kids love it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like fucking cardboard shaped like fucking balls. And I'm like, there's no way I'm eating that. I'm like, I didn't trust Kix as far as I could kick it. It was full of shit. Yeah. I already had Cocoa Puffs. The fuck I need that yellow tasteless shit for? You know what I'm saying? Right. Man.
You add a lot of, it's like all healthy, but it doesn't taste good. So then you add sugar to it anyway.
Well, you know what's funny? You get so bored from all that amazing shit you've been eating, fucking apple pies mixed with milk for breakfast in a bowl.
Fuckers.
And it's like, let's get that Kix. Try it. I'm bored. Let's see what, and then you eat it and you're like, I mean, I guess it's not Raisin Bran, so that's good. And like fucking nobody was going to touch Raisin Bran, even though that had sugar in it. Like if you were...
I used to really like Raisin Bran.
Dude.
I still like Raisin Bran.
Dude, it's because you ate everything already. So you got bored and you're like, let me try that shit that the old guy eats that can't shit no more because he has prunes for breakfast with fucking cottage cheese. I'll try Raisin Bran, right? That's who that was made for. That ain't made for kids. Raisin Bran was like for old people whose face already looked like a raisin. And you're like, here, and there's sugar in it, so you don't have to put it on it, you know?
Right. There's sugar on all the raisins.
Dude, when I first tried Raisin Bran, you know the face I made? I was like, this ain't Fruit Loops.
Oh, no.
This shit sucks.
You didn't like it? I said, I don't know. I always liked it, but
What
I guess
why would you like Raisin Bran? What were you fucking?
because I liked raisins and they had sugar on them, and I poured the milk in, and it wasn't bad. It was all right.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like,
You know what I used to hate that I don't mind now was shredded wheat.
Who the fuck
Shredded
eats
wheat was
that? What the
awful.
hell are you talking about?
I know,
Dude,
right?
how old were you when you ate shredded wheat?
Well, it was
5?
like frosted shredded wheat. So I already got the sugar on it.
Dude, where the
tried it
fuck
once.
were you? What did you not have? Fucking Fruity Pebbles? Like, what the fuck you eating shredded wheat for?
No, we really didn't. This was back when
What year
parents
was
used to
this?
pay attention to
It's
what
like
their
the fucking
kid,
1800s you were eating that
70s,
shit?
1970s.
Holy shit, dude, Fruit
But
Loops
you got to
wasn't out?
understand, like sugary cereal. Like my parents were smart enough not to buy us all that sugary cereal all the time. So we didn't grow up with that.
they fucking withheld that shit from you. That's why you were eating that shit.
I don't think I ever, and I never really even asked for it. Like in the store, like kids go in and beg. I never begged for sugary
You
cereal. when I was a kid.
poor child. Now I
didn't have.
understand.
We'd occasionally have Fruity
They wouldn't
Pebbles.
buy it. They wouldn't get it for you.
I think if I had
They're
asked
like,
my
you
folks,
want it? Yes, this
No,
fucking
you don't know my parents.
shredded
You don't know my
wheat.
parents. Shut
You
up,
just
asshole.
told me that they wouldn't
Shut up,
buy
asshole.
it. They were smart
didn't
enough.
say- that's
Dude,
not
I
what
had
I said.
every one.
That's not what I said.
So which ones did your
I'm gonna
parents?
roll this back.
When did your parents? Which ones did your parents never buy you?
They never bought it because I never asked for it. 'Cause
Never
I could
bought
ask
what?
for it and get it. Well, like Fruity Pebbles, we rarely had that. We rarely
But
had,
you had it. But you had
any
it.
of those really, yeah, I had it now and then.
But
it just
like-
wasn't every fucking day, every fucking
But what
week,
I'm
every
saying
fucking
is,
month.
your parents bought it, right?
Well, I didn't buy it. I didn't have money. I was 8,
Right. So
7.
So they did buy you that shit. They got you all the shit that
if
you
I
wanted,
asked
right?
for it, if I asked for
If
it,
you
I
asked
occasionally
nicely.
would. But if I asked for it every day, I would not have gotten it every day.
Well, here's the thing. The good thing about being a child who can't fucking work because you're not even 2 digits old yet, you don't have to ask. Your parents must provide. So what
right.
my parents did is they fucking bought me every fucking cereal in the fucking aisle available before even Kicks and fucking that old people shit ever came. I wasn't going to get shredded. What the fuck is that? That's like fucking like ramen noodles in milk. Who the fuck's going to eat that? That's fucking bullshit. That's like fucking like poor people shit. Like who the fuck eats that? Like I had fucking cinnamon toast crunch.
Yeah, all that sugary shit.
Dude, it's all sugary. What else is? What isn't? You know what I'm saying? Like Frosted Flakes, the most boring one. It's got sugar on it. They all got sugar
all over it. Yeah.
Name me one that don't got sugar that you ate when you were a child. There isn't one.
Well, there's ones that claim to be healthy and don't have that sugar coating on them, and then there's all those sugary, bright colored,
Well, who claims?
awful food dye shit.
Who claims?
Well, all right. So when I was growing up, cereals like Cheerios claimed to be healthy.
Oh yeah,
shredded
Cheerios
shredded
actually,
wheat was supposed to be.
I
shredded wheat was
never
supposed to be
in
healthy.
my life had Cheerios until I was like 37 years old.
I grew up on Cheerios.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't eat that.
And Honey
That
Nut
was
Cheerios had-
that was puffed cardboard Cheerios. Why the fuck would my parents buy puffed cardboard?
I don't know.
Like I was gonna fucking die of a heart attack. I need oats with nothing. You know what I mean? Like no, that's for old people who have arthrosclerosis and they're like, oh, I need cereal. You know what I mean? That's like grape nuts. That's like shredded wheat. Who the fuck were in the commercials for them fucking bland no sugar shits? Just people with white mustaches and shit, all fucking grayed the fuck out, right?
So let me make sure I'm understanding what you're advocating here. You think
Advocating?
You advocating that all kids should just eat whatever sugary cereal they want?
What the fuck you mean advocating? I'm asking you what you ate, not advocating. And what I'm saying is when you go to the fucking cereal aisle, not only is it everything that we had, maybe 1 or 2 are missing for some reason, but there's like 30 new ones. Like, dude, I never had Reese's peanut butter cup cereal. What
It's
the
cereal
fuck?
named after
Are you
candy now.
shitting
They never
me?
even did that before, like Kit Kat cereal, and I mean they never named
Right,
the
I'm gonna
cereal
start naming
after the
cereals.
candy.
You tell me.
They named it after the candy.
You might know better than me. I'm going to start naming shit off the top of my head because I don't know if it exists. You tell me, do they already have Snickers cereal? Is there a Snickers cereal?
If not, there probably
There
will
fucking
be.
better be, right? What about like whatchamacallit cereal?
Whatchamacallit cereal? I mean, they started naming cereal after candy. I was out. I'm like, if I want candy, I'll eat some candy.
Fuck, right? They were just
but I think the net benefit was my taste growing up. I didn't crave. I mean, when kids eat a ton of sugar, that's all they want. And then they grow up being fat adults who want nothing but sugar. And when they eat bland stuff, they can't get the flavor out of the bland stuff.
Yeah.
Because they just want that sugar and salt and fat.
Dude, don't even get me started on that shit, because I know people who have little kids right now, and they don't understand this shit.
Right.
They're giving them fucking lollipops like they need sugar, and then they wonder why my fucking kid has been running in a circle for 3 hours slapping everybody. And it's like, what the fuck did your kid just eat? You just gave him like fucking crack. Because there's no reason for that kid to have sugar in his bloodstream. That's a child. You know what I'm saying? And people are just like,
looks like that fat kid from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
And you don't even have to be fat. You could be like a little skinny fuck. You give that motherfucker a fucking like 30 grams of fucking refined sugar. That fucking kid is going to become like the kid from The Omen, where all of a sudden it's the devil is inside that fucking kid. And you're like, why did the fucking housekeeper die? Well, did you give the kid a fucking lollipop? I think that's why Consuelo's fucking dead in the rafters.
They get some diabetes. Now we're back to fucking Wilford Brimley.
Yeah, and that
diabetes.
You know what's fucked up? Wilford Brimley got diabetes anyway.
He got diabetes. That's why he was the spokesperson.
Because he ate too much Quaker Oats, and he got diabetes from that. You don't need sugar to get diabetes. All you need is bread. If you eat bread and rice and who the fuck knows what else that turns into sugar, and you're fucking 50 and up, guess what? You're going to get diabetes. Look, all you got to look is in the mirror. Do I have a belly roll at all? Or do I look pregnant? Like, when you go sideways, like, is my belly the same as that woman who's 9 months right now? That you got diabetes. You already have diabetes. Yeah. So, like, that's Wilford Brimley. He don't have to suck on sugar to get that shit.
Yeah.
He was done. It was a wrap. It takes 20 years to get diabetes.
I'm grateful that I grew up on Cheerios and Raisin Bran, because I got the flavor from those, and I didn't crave a lot of sugar when I was a kid.
That's a good position, because you know what?
And I remember what that was like, so that when I start craving too much sugar, I can think back and say, what used to satisfy me that wasn't full of sugar? I can sit down now with a bowl of Cheerios, and I still enjoy the flavor of the Cheerios if I want to eat something.
I mean, now you could,
and it's not loaded with sugar. But that's now. But I mean, I grew up with it, so I wasn't have a ton of sugar as a kid.
Let me tell you a story.
You walk down the aisle now, the cereal aisle looks like a candy store.
It is a candy store, though. Like,
it's totally a candy store.
Let me tell you real quick about Cheerios, because I don't even fuck with that. Like, that's too many carbs.
Well,
like, I don't even
a lot of carbs.
What I'm saying is, like,
it's still processed shit
once
now.
you understand how the fuck insulin works and how pre-diabetes and fat deposits in your subcutaneous and inner organ area works, nobody teaches you this shit. You don't even learn that shit in like fucking medical school at all. You know what I'm saying? You talk to your doctor's like, what are you fucking talking about now? Where'd you learn this shit on YouTube? So what's crazy is I learned like fucking, I don't know, when I first lost 60 pounds, because I was like, yo, why the fuck my waist is 40 inches? And I was like, and I look like a fucking, I don't even look like the same guy. I look like a fucking I look like fucking George Lopez, the comedian now. I'm like, how the fuck do I look like George Lopez right now? I don't even know how the fuck did I turn into Lopez, right? So like I literally turned into fucking Lopez, right? And I'm like, yo, I got to turn this around. You know why? Because I'm 32 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm George Lopez. I was like, this don't make no fucking sense, right? And I don't even tell jokes, right? I'm not even a comedian.
Right. So if you were funny.
So you know what I did?
Like George Lopez.
You know, it's so easy. And I was stupid, and then no one really had to tell me nothing. I just was like, you know what? I know what I eat. So I'm fat. So if I look at what I eat, I'm like, oh, so that got me fat. Actually, that makes sense now. So I'm like, how about I just stop doing that? So then I stopped doing that.
Well, when I met you in college, you were carb man.
Well, that's because when you're young, you could eat anything you want, dude.
You You were eating like 5 boxes of pasta a day.
The funny thing is, if I spoke to you in college now and went back in the time machine, neither of us probably even knew what a carb was. I didn't even know what a macronutrient is. Nobody counted shit. Nobody knew nothing. They just ate food. So like when people said what we say now is carb, what they said back then was like, oh, yeah, you know, bread, rice, that stuff, you know, you can't eat too much. I've been counting calories for a decade now, nonstop, right?
Yeah.
I know now that if I count my calories from an average day in an average week when we were in college, I can tell you that I ate easily 10,000 calories a day and couldn't gain a fucking pound, all right?
Right.
So that's insanity, bro. So like I actually had it good. I had a really good metabolism. What happens is by the time you hit 30, you turn into a fat fuck if you don't rein that in. So I had to learn that.
That's right.
So what happens
You weren't going on any candy aisles?
Dude, I had
cereal.
I had fucking fat guy
Could
pants.
do what you wanted.
I had my one pair of fat pants. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to save those for just in case the other ones, none of them fit. But occasionally when I wasn't fat because they were new, I was like, oh, I could wear the fat ones because they're new and they look kind of slick or whatever. They're like different, you know, they're like slacks, but they're like casual slacks. Wear them to work. I'll be chilling. People are like, oh, you wearing slacks? Be like, yeah, you know, they're like, what are they made out of? I'd be like, yeah, they're wool, you know, they're kind of nice. Yeah, I like your fucking pants. So meanwhile, I'm sitting there, these are my fucking fat guy pants because those are waist 40, right?
Yeah.
But like nobody knows because it's like, okay, whatever. Nobody talks about how, oh, he's fat now, right? So one day I put the fat guy pants on. They don't fit.
Uh-oh.
That was when I looked in the mirror with the pants.
That's like a red flag. You start seeing yourself differently, did you?
I'm trying to fucking close the button on my belly hole there. And I'm looking in the mirror and you know, I'm looking at fucking George Lopez. Yeah. And I'm like, who the fuck is that guy? And then I was like, nope, that's it. I'm done. So what I did is I stopped eating the shit that I was eating. I stopped the amount of shit I was eating. I started working out little by little in the house only. And I fucking worked out only in the house for at least a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Didn't even have to go to a gym. But check this out. Everything that had sugar in it, in the ingredients, that was added sugar, I didn't eat that no more. I fucking lost 25 pounds the first month. All right?
Right.
But, you know, whatever. So, like, the crazy thing is you said that, like, when you were a kid, you'd be eating Cheerios. And now you enjoy it. You know what I did when I was a fucking kid and I didn't get fat? My mother would get fucking Heavenly Hash. Seal test, Heavenly Hash.
Yeah. Yep. Seal test.
A box. A half a gallon box.
Yeah.
And I'd sit there when the parents are fucking working. We're sitting home alone. We're watching like cartoons.
Whole container of ice cream.
We're watching Gilligan's Island and shit. You know, I fucking could eat that whole half a gallon of fucking ice cream. And I was like, yeah, that was good.
And then still have a full dinner.
Yeah, and then, you know, 2 hours later, it's fucking dinner. Then a big back.
Right.
Then my mom comes home with a big back. And we're like, oh, shit, that's delicious. Like,
wow.
Can you believe that shit? So, like, I wasn't fat.
Yeah, see, that was totally not how I grew up at all.
And I didn't even reach, like, puberty to fucking, you know what they call it? When you have that growth spurt and then you can't keep up. So by the time I hit puberty, I'm like 12, 13. Now, no matter what the fuck I ate, I'm like a dried up fucking stick in the desert. Like, I can't put nothing on. Like, I look like there's something wrong with me. It's like, yo, is that kid eating enough? Is he all right? Like, I see his bones in his legs. Like, why is his leg bone sticking out like that? It's like,
were you still an asshole?
I was born an asshole. I fucking came out the womb.
Just checking. I just got to check.
If you seen my fucking first photo out the fucking vagina, I got this look on my face like, hey, go fuck yourself.
Okay. Yeah, like it was a birthmark.
So what I'm saying is I ate so much sugar as a kid because nobody thought nothing of it. Everyone was like, sugar's good for you. Eat those kids, they need sugar. So now I never ate fucking Cheerios in my life until one day I was like, oh, you know, I should probably try maybe some fucking boring cereal that tastes like shit. Because it's got no sugar in it and it tastes like fucking air puffed cardboard. Oh, well, guess what that was? Cheerios. Now,
Kicks.
technically, look, Cheerios still has fucking sugar in it.
Well, of course.
But it's not like sugar like you're going to taste. So you're going to eat that shit. But here's the reason why I will never eat Cheerios ever again. Because now, not only do we have fucking natural disasters all over the fucking earth for over the last 20 years where we all got fucking xenoestrogen microplastic poisoning and all our fucking balls shrank up and nobody's fertile no more. Glyphosate is inside fucking Cheerios. So if you want like an extra dose of fucking future cancer, you get that fucking Cheerios, you fucking double up on that thinking you're fucking good. Nah, you ain't good. That glyphosate is in all the grains. So all that cereal grain shit, if you're older and you're eating that, that's called high processed food. That's going to give you a heart attack. You're going to die from that.
Ultra processed.
Yeah, and on top of that, they put vegetable oils in there, which gives you fucking heart attacks, plaque in your fucking arteries. So you're fucked from that. That don't help you out. Let me tell you, the last time.
And I wonder. I think I would love to see the comparison of the ingredients from when we were growing up in Cheerios versus today to see if they've changed at all. Like the crap they're
that's a
putting
good question.
But they never really tell you what's in them.
Yeah, there's stuff that they don't.
They've gotten away with not putting everything on the ingredient list anymore. The fucking assholes.
They don't have
put stuff
to
in there, and they don't have to tell you. They don't have to tell you anything. So I just have this feeling like maybe it wasn't as bad when we were growing up as it is now, because now it's all about making money and
they put
getting
extra.
the cheapest shit. You know, keep the cheapest shit into the food that they can afford, and then mark it all up so that they get rich while we get dead.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's the history of vegetable oils.
Right.
That's why vegetable oils exist.
Vegetable oil and that high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, they were like, let's feed them the shit that we throw in the garbage. Can we fucking make money off that? Yes.
Is there something we can do with these leftover things?
This is the same thing you do when you run a farm and you need to feed the fucking cows and the pigs. That's who we are. We're the cows because they're going to cut you up later anyway. The cool thing is, like, when you don't realize that you're going to be slaughtered later, it's just that it's not the same way that they do it in the farm. What they do is you go to the hospital and they got to cut you up and they're going to bill you for it. So you're paying for your own fucking slaughter. That's the fucking demented shit.
And you're paying to see if you need to be slaughtered yet, like I did yesterday.
Yeah, that's right.
I had to pay to go have my ass looked at yesterday.
You know, what's crazy about ass stuff is, like, I was thinking about this the other day. Maybe you can tell me, because maybe you looked into this the same way they looked into your asshole.
They looked deep.
They looked it. But here's the thing. Was it technically a proctologist, or who does that? Who does that ass investigation?
What the hell's I feel like I'm still recovering from
It's not a proctologist, your doctor?
I don't think that's the official name of the guy.
Which is funny, because you would think that's what a proctologist, he's the guy who goes in your ass, right?
Yeah, I'll be able to tell you in a minute, but I don't remember offhand.
He's got a different new name. The fucking O-ring doctor.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to know is, when they first started looking up people's asses, because think about it, there was a time when nobody looked up nobody's ass. They were like, you shitting good? Yeah, all right. And then like one day...
Is everything coming out okay?
Right, because at one point, doctors had to be like, hey, let's look around your ass a little bit. You know, you got an ass problem. We need to check that out. But then one day, someone said, yo, we need a special doctor that only goes up your ass and goes in deep, right?
Right.
My question is, when they first decided that, did that coincide with miniature camera technology?
Well, I would imagine it would have to, right?
So when was that, right? So it's not that you would have to,
because they weren't shoving giant cameras up your ass.
So what I'm saying is, the first guy to go way up someone's ass, did he already have a camera? Or were they going up asses without cameras for a while?
What else?
And
would
how
they go
far?
Up there for?
But what I'm saying, you got to go up there with your hand. You know, they fucking spread that shit up, and they got tools and they feel around. But I'm saying, like, when did those little cameras come out so they can look in there? It wasn't like the 50s. When you think about like the 50s, fucking People barely even had televisions in their house, and if they did, they were black and white. You think they had cameras going up someone's ass? That doesn't sound right.
Maybe they used those big cameras with that big flash thing like they took in the when the cameras were first invented.
Maybe they had to hire.
They just spread you real wide and they take a picture from like 10 feet back.
New burgeoning technology. Maybe they had to hire like a camera crew to fucking come into the doctor's office. They're like, yo, we need footage of this guy's ass. So can we get what's his face from the Daily Bugle to come over here and look up this guy's ass? I wonder. Maybe they did photographs. I don't know what the fuck. So
history of ass cameras. We'll have to look that up.
The reason is because I'm thinking, when the fuck did multi-fucking media video camera shit coincide with ass doctors? Because that is where we are now. Now, you go to the doctor, it is you with an ass doctor who's got miniature camera crew equipment to go in there, and they videotape it. So they got like a video. Yeah. Can you imagine being that guy? He's got nothing but a hard drive full of videos up everyone's ass.
Up everyone's ass.
Imagine.
Let me tell you, it ain't just the doc. I mean, there was like a team of 5 people in that room yesterday.
Well, yeah. I mean, you need an anesthesiologist. Who else you need?
It's like there was like an RN and the doc, and then there's an assistant. And I mean, you
probably had the college over there learning and shit.
Oh,
right?
there was that was one thing. It was like, do you mind if he's got somebody with him as a student?
Right.
Well,
dude, you had
my ass is already hanging out. You might as well invite everybody.
Dude, you had like a family filming a fucking ass.
Why don't you bring the janitor in? He can look too.
Dude, for all you know, they fucking made a fucking hilarious fucking porno out of that shit, and they're gonna fucking release that in Thailand, and you don't even know about it, and that's how they're making extra money.
I don't know.
Like maybe there's like there could be like an underground Thailand fucking white guys at the doctor up your ass video category in the back of the fucking film store.
Maybe.
Who the
it's
fuck
all
knows,
anonymous.
right?
They don't. Maybe somebody.
They won't tell you.
Maybe somebody gets off on colon exam.
Like
what
if
I don't know.
What if my whole thing is I'm uncomfortable? I don't want nothing going up my ass because I don't trust you people. Number one, I never met you guys. Number two, I don't know who these other 7 people are in this fucking room. So before I say yes, I need video footage from the room to see how you guys are going in my ass so I could watch everything back like I was there. Then maybe I would agree. And they would look at me and you know what they would tell you? They would tell you, go fuck yourself. We're not doing that.
That's right.
Because you know why? Because they do crazy shit with your ass when you're out. Because they fucking knocked you out, right?
Oh, they knocked me out.
Exactly. That's fucked up. Now
they knocked me out. I was
how fucked up is that? That they knocked you out. And it was like they give you a roofie and 7 people went in on your ass and you got no evidence of what happened that day. That's like you were violated. And you have to sign the dotted line, pay for it, and say, I'm cool with this. That is so fucked up. You know how much therapy I need if that happened to me?
Oh, my God.
Holy shit.
So are you never going to get a colonoscopy?
So far, I don't know. I got to figure this out. No one went up my ass yet, ever in my life. So,
wow. Let
alone a camera crew and 7 strangers.
Yeah. Wow.
So that shit is fucked up.
Yeah.
So I got to figure that. I got to look deep. Figure this out.
Yeah, somebody's got to look deep.
Yeah, somebody, and maybe they could do it where it's on my terms. You know, it's like I don't know. If I got to pay for this and this is your livelihood, who says I'm just going to agree to everything with my fucking butt cheeks up in the air? And
you just need one more person in there. You need one person who's an advocate for the patient in there videoing what everybody else is doing.
That's what I'm saying. All I need is a fucking girl with an iPhone.
Right.
And just get that on her phone and she'll airdrop it to me. And then I'm like, okay, cool. All right, I could live with this.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was crazy. Crazy experience yesterday, man. It's really makes you uneasy when you've got a missing time. They knocked me out so fast.
It was like you were
so hard.
Abducted by aliens.
They knocked me out. I remember they propped my head up on the pillow. I told them I needed an extra pillow because I didn't want my neck all fucked up when I woke up. So
right. Imagine.
I need my head supported, right? So I told him that. And I remember the guy giving me an extra pillow, folding it, and I was all set to go. Yeah. And so I just laid there and I closed my eyes for a second. And I heard the girl say, okay, we're going to give you the stuff to make you relax now. And that's the last thing I remember.
Oh, my God.
And it was just gone. I was just gone. And it happened so fast that when I was waking up, I was told that I was practically screaming at him, like, why didn't you finish the procedure? Because it happened so fast. I thought they hadn't done anything to me yet.
Right.
I woke up thinking, why are you waking me up? You're not done. You can't be done.
Go in my ass. You didn't even go in my ass.
I didn't remember, they said I was just adamant that they hadn't done anything.
Think about how funny that sounds. It was like you were angry that the guy didn't go up your ass.
Didn't go up my ass.
That is so fucked up.
Well, when you're paying that much,
That's why this life that we live in is like a dream. You try to tell that to somebody, people will be like, yo, that's a crazy dream you had. No, that happened yesterday. You could ask my wife.
That's right. And so apparently I got pretty angry, and I don't remember any of this. But I got angry with people. Apparently,
right.
I was really nasty.
Right, that happens a lot when people go under.
Yeah, and I'm a little upset because
did they say that you swung at them or anything?
I wasn't in any condition to move.
So you weren't violent. You were just angry.
I was mouthing off.
Right,
yeah, I was like pissed. And
they were probably gag him, gag that motherfucker,
shut that guy up. Well, I don't think I think the thing is they left me to recover with my spouse in the room.
Okay.
And so she had to put up with all that. She had to remind she told me, she had to tell me over and over that they did the procedure. Enough. They weren't supposed to bring her in yet. They were supposed to wait until I'm lucid, because people can say some awful things when they're under.
Yeah, and when you're under, like, you don't know you're saying that shit.
I have no idea what I said. She asked me today. She's like, "Do you remember the things you said yesterday?" I go, "I remember going to sleep, and I remember waking up and asking you, did they finish?" And she's like, "You said a whole bunch of shit before that.
Wow,
that was awful, and it was angry."
Did she tell you what it was?
Oh my gosh, no.
Was she like, "You said go fuck your mother"?
Yeah, apparently I said some really awful thing, and I'm thinking, God, what the fuck did I say?
Wow,
and I'm like, man, there's some liability for them there, like,
Well, not for words.
Imagine somebody.
You're not gonna hurt nobody with your words. They know that your mouth is gonna mouth off.
Think about it though.
Well, you're
some guy
out.
Goes in.
You're unconscious and something's up your ass. There's no liability with words. Like, you don't even know. Like, if
I'm talking about in recovery, not during the procedure.
So what do you mean?
In recovery.
Yeah.
When you're coming out of almost every procedure that I've ever been to, like I've been to the hospital plenty of times when my spouse was having procedures.
Right.
And they would not let me, they would take her from recovery back to the room, and they would only do that after she was fully lucid and able to communicate.
Okay.
And knew where she was.
So where's the liability?
Let's say they bring your spouse back into the room and they leave you two alone, and you're not even lucid yet. Your spouse could do anything or say anything to you.
So they fucked up.
Say or do anything to
Somebody
them.
didn't follow procedure.
As far as I'm concerned, they fucked up, because there's no way I should have been in that room with someone who's close to me until I know who I am again.
You know what it was? They fucking had enough of you. They were like, fuck this guy. Get his fucking wife in here.
This guy thinks we didn't go up his ass.
Like, we don't want
us to go up his
nothing
ass
with this.
again.
Fuck this guy. Right. We went up his ass and he fucking mouthing off to us. Fuck this guy.
He won't let us leave his ass.
Holy shit. He wanted us to go back in.
Yeah. And so now I'm like, man, you end up saying, because who knows, you say something hurtful to your spouse, you don't even know you're saying it, and suddenly your spouse wants a divorce.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, wait a minute, I didn't remember saying it.
I can't believe
you said it, you must have meant it. And I'm like, man, we all carry like baggage, and we could say anything when we're under the influence like that.
Most of that baggage is in your ass.
A lot of it was, well, trust me, there was nothing in my ass that day, because the day before, that prep was like a fire hose.
Dude, I bet you lost 30 pounds.
Yeah, right? I mean, holy shit.
Literally.
It was
Let me ask you this. When you came to and you started to like feel like yourself again, did your ass hurt? Did you feel it?
Nothing.
Wow, that's amazing.
Not even today, nothing.
Wow.
Not sore. My all these knotted muscles I had in my back, they're mostly gone.
Wow, they were good.
Because they used something that started with a V, which was one type of anesthesia, and then the other anesthesia was fentanyl.
Nice.
And so my whole body just went like completely limp. All the muscles that were knotted up had to have relaxed, because there was no part of me that wasn't.
Yeah, fentanyl is just a painkiller. That's a normal painkiller in the hospital.
But this other drug they gave me, I was just relaxed as fuck. And I'm still feeling pretty good. I feel better today than I did before the procedure.
Wow. Did they give you any fucking painkillers after to fucking suck on?
I didn't need anything. No, it doesn't hurt.
No, but I'm just saying, like, just fucking throw you some pills.
Nope.
Make you feel good.
No, they don't do that anymore.
Ah, that's fucking bullshit. What a fucking racket.
I have to go to those. I got to go to those meth houses.
Those motherfuckers.
I had to visit the meth house when I got back.
Dude, let me tell you, you would think someone goes up your ass and you got to fucking deal with this like you got abducted by fucking aliens, anal probed and shit, and you don't even know what's going on. You're fucking yelling at fucking people. You would think they would throw you a couple fucking candies on the side. You know what I mean? Like
just something to say, hey, sorry for being up your ass.
Yeah, take the edge off.
I know that being up your ass is an uncomfortable experience, so here's some drugs.
Yeah, and then like they could do it nicely. They could be like, don't tell nobody. You know, just don't talk about it. Like just
this free gift from the pharmacy.
Under the table. Like you know how much of this we got over here? Here, just take it. Just take it. Because you know it expires. And if it expires,
you were a real asshole when you came out of anesthesia, so we're gonna hook you up so that you're not an asshole anymore.
Right. Fucking but it was some incentive. Like a guy like me, like I don't want a fucking camera crew and everybody and their mother up my ass that I don't know. Maybe they could be like, you know, afterwards, if you're a good boy, we'll give you all these fucking pills. You could fucking
but what you got to remember is they probably do 5 colonoscopies a day or whatever.
Thank God.
These people have seen so many asses and colons and intestines. They don't even care.
Well, no, why would they?
Well, you're worried about 7 people's camera crew being up your ass.
Oh, it's not that it's not like that. It's like, dude, the guy who's doing the procedure, he don't give a fuck. But the motherfuckers learning who are at NYU, they fucking care. They're like, oh, it's a day of looking up this guy's ass today.
Yeah. And the question that always came to my mind is, who chooses that profession?
Yeah. The fucking ass.
Like what is it in your background that makes you say, you know what? I think when I grow up...
You know what it is? You gotta love ass. How much do you love ass? That's what it is, and it's not like just the ass, like the asshole.
It's way up there,
the colon,
and all the way up. Yeah, like six feet up into you, and then you're taking biopsies of that shit. And
you're like, I want to go to school for 12 years so that I end up looking up everyone's tubes.
It makes you wonder, like, what kind of person, you know.
There's ass people out there. That's what it is. You don't realize it, and no one talks about it.
But I don't know. Like you said, you mentioned proctologist, but this guy was just, he's called a general surgery specialist.
This guy, the guy who ran the camera?
The guy who He's the same guy. He's the same guy that did my hernia surgery about 5 years ago.
Holy shit, he does hernias and asses.
Yeah.
This guy's good.
Right?
Holy shit, I would have thought they were 2 separate things.
And I won't say his name, but boy, you should see his name. He's not from around here.
Holy shit.
I don't know where you go. Where do you go to school?
C's and J's inside there?
Wow, there's it's like...
Can I buy a vowel? What the fuck?
It's crazy. And here he is in this little podunk town shoving cameras up people. I don't know, man.
I think that's what the cereal aisles
Yesterday was ass day.
We
got leg day, we got arm day, we got ass day.
Asshole O-ring day. Yeah, so like
O-ring day.
You know, let me tell you something. That's what the cereal aisle's for. You know, when you had a fucking rough life, you're done. Everybody went up your ass. You don't even know. They won't even call you. You know what I'm saying? Then you go down that fucking cereal aisle and you're like, holy shit, Chips Ahoy cereal? Fuck yeah, I am in, bro.
Maybe the folks who are making the candy cereal are in cahoots with the people who stick cameras up people's asses.
Because it's all going to end up in your ass anyway.
That's right. Well, hey, listen. We're
almost there. We should fucking watch out. We don't fucking crash.
Yeah. Keep your eye on the road.
Keep my fucking eyeballs on the fucking road.
And keep your ass in the seat.
That's right.
Later, asshole.
Later.